Sunday starting at 1:30 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 2 o'clock.
Want to protect our planet? The air we breathe, water we drink, and land we share? Real progress begins with birds. Yes, birds. The very ones we see and hear every day. On a walk, in the park, or simply out the window. That's because birds are more than birds. They're symbols, sentinels that reveal the health of our planet and our people. And by helping them thrive, all of us thrive as well. Audubon is a place where birds matter, where habitats are protected, where communities are engaged, and where change takes flight. Because at Audubon, hope begins with birds. Progress begins with birds. It all begins with birds. Audubon.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
Check it out one time.
Truth Nation, great morning. Welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We're inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Home of Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
What's going on with you, family?
It's a great Monday.
Man. Hey, Will, great morning. How you doing? Holding it down for us, man.
Good morning. Happy Monday.
Yeah. Man, listen, I'm still riding high off of the second annual Truth Community Awards.
It was an excellent event.
Man, listen.
I'll say so myself.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And just looking at the whole room, man, we had a sellout.
Yeah, it was a lot of people there.
Man,
it was a lot of people there.
He there, you know.
Mama there.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people there, and a lot of the people that got honored, like we talked about, you know, all weekend, and before that, they brought people with them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that means we chose the right people because they really are in the community. They really are making things happen, and I'm happy that they got honored, and they were all of the honorees were, you know, happy to be honored.
Absolutely.
But all of them said they don't do it for this.
That's it.
And that makes you know
that's
you
how it
chose
goes.
the right people.
Yep. That was the resounding response from all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is why I do it. You know, and I talk about it often, we talk about it often. Like, you see something, you see a need. Mm-hmm. And it's just like with you mentoring. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, we know that there's some issues, but let me jump in and try to save some of those that some people feel like, this person ain't gonna make it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, the unsung heroes, and it's a great opportunity to show love to those people.
Absolutely.
And as they say, give them their flowers. You know?
Right. And people were able to just hear their passion and dedication in their acceptance speeches, you know? So just to be like, well, this is where my drive and my motivation came from. This is what gave me, that lit a fire under me to say, hey, look, if nobody else, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to do my part. But everybody that they have been able to reach and touch with the things that they are doing and providing, it's been a blessing, and it's also motivated those people. You know, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, you hear some of those stories where it's like, I was homeless, and I used to go to this one pantry or whatever, and this person just really always looked out and be like, well, I know you don't have, but come on, we got you. And from that, and them now beginning to achieve, and get their footing in life again, started to do things on their own and be like, you know what, this really helped me. I'm going to try in my own way to try to make sure that I can help some other people as well, or at least lead them to the different resources that are available. Because oftentimes when people get in positions, in my opinion, they feel like, well, what can I do? You know what I mean? Like, they gon', everybody gonna laugh at me, this, that, and the other. It's like, no. We're here to serve you. We're here to do whatever it is. We're not trying to judge your situation. We're not going to run an evaluation and say, well, how did you get here? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, especially in the moment, they need help now. You know what I'm saying? They need the services now. Yeah. We can have the other kind of conversations, and as Erica Crowley was saying, like, I'm here to help. I'm here to serve those who are definitely underserved, those who a lot of people be like, yeah, I ain't touching that. And she deals with those people.
I think another byproduct of such a great event is that when you have those unsung heroes, they oftentimes are in the streets, like we say.
Yep.
Like I was saying during the event, the good people meet where the work needs to be done. And so this is an opportunity for them to meet outside of those situations. Because when you're in the streets and you working, you don't have time to connect with people. You don't have time to connect with like-minded people. You're not doing that, right? You're doing the work. And in this situation, you get these honorees who are doing the work, right, and are in the streets, as I like to say. You get them in the same space. And so now Metcalf Park can connect with Crowley's, with Erica Crowley on some housing stuff. Now they can connect, because when that's not what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're doing the work. And so I think it provided and will further provide opportunities for that to happen, for those that are doing the work and are in the streets to be removed from that just long enough to connect with somebody else that's doing the work and in the streets. Because as a person that has done that and been there, you don't like rubbing shoulders with people that's just talking.
That's right.
You don't like you just talking. I'm going to these meetings. Y'all talk. I'm where to work at. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Who in your organization is doing the work? Yeah. Let me holler at them. I don't want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And I know, like Melody, I know her, and I know how we alike in that regard. And so I know she don't want to deal with nobody that ain't doing the work.
That's right.
But now you have these people that are getting vouched for doing the work, and then you can see them, and you can hear their stories firsthand, and you can almost sit there and vet them like, oh yeah, I'm gonna work with that person.
Absolutely,
I'm gonna work with that person. And so we're building connections that way via this event. So it's not about the theatrics of it.
That's right.
It's not about, how good the food was or how
but
great.
The food was good as well.
How great the food was good, or the presentation of it.
That's right.
It's about the backlining stuff of it, where we're connecting those people, and hopefully that web of connection grows as we keep doing these. Next year we'll probably have more people there. You know what I'm saying? We'll have more people there.
We had to get a bigger space there.
We got to get a bigger space.
Because and
that's the plan.
We were sold out. Yeah.
And that's when you know you're growing.
Absolutely. And the thing is, for me, just the variation and what made me put the food in there, and I know we said not necessarily, but it was in the sense for me that 3 of the food vendors were Black-owned and operated businesses. So some people that may not have been exposed to loaded spuds. I know they hear me and Bailey bring it up a lot, because they came in and we were able to try some of their loaded spud potatoes. But to the catering that was done by all of our caterers, and of course Chick-fil-A, you're never gonna lose. You're never gonna lose. But just the desserts, just all of those businesses which were so worthy of being recognized and to have a chance to, whereas people that may have not tried their food be like, hey, I need your information. I've got this event coming up. And there were a lot of corporate people there. So, hey, you know what? We got this event coming up, and we'd love for you to use your services to provide this or to provide that. And that's that business connection that, again, brings that the truth and the community together.
Let me ask you this.
Yes, sir.
I said what I would do different. Not differently, but add to it. I would add more recipients of the award, so we can get more of those people in the room and more of those people that can connect, because that's what we're doing. We want to do the connection of that, and then they can do whatever they want to do, and then as down the line they'll be like, yeah, and I met them at the Truth Awards, and that builds our connection to the community. What would you add on to the award ceremony to make it, bigger, or whatever you would do?
Well, I think that we, as the Truth Good Karma brand, done, and we were brainstorming to do this, and we had meetings to talk about what could enhance it, and that was one of the vision board type things that we came up with. Like, if we could award more recipients, get more. So that's why at the second annual Truth Community Awards, we had the wall of recognition, where people could write down different people that they feel should be recognized that are probably not, or they probably have not been recognized. So to me, that brings forth the same thing. We were kind of ahead of it and saying that we wish we could have done more people. So that's what the wall of recognition. So for everybody who came to the Truth Community Awards, and they were writing down, if you saw that board that was in the right next to the bar, a little bit over, and it said wall of recognition, that's what that board was for. It had the little clothespins on it, so people could write down different people. So now we can go through and vet who the community and Truth Nation feels that, yeah, I know this person, I know that person. So I think we were on the same page with that. Other than that, man, I mean, we done a damn good job. We done a damn good job, but we're not able to just think about all of the people. So I think added to, besides who we as the shows of Truth in the Morning, we got to get ready to take care of some bills, but now to get other community members to say here, and we like, oh damn, So I'm going to be curious to see all of the different people that were put up on the wall of recognition that can end up becoming a Truth Community Award winner or recipient.
Yes,
so
sir.
We got to get ready to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. The Truth will be black.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
The road to the championship ends here. The best of the best, the City Championship Gold Division. One game, one title, one team raising the trophy. After a season of battles, buzzer beaters, and unforgettable moments, it all comes down to this. Who's built for the pressure? Who's ready to make history? Listen live on 101.7 The Truth and on the Truth app, your home for City Championship basketball.
In the United States, a vehicle is stolen every 31 seconds, about as long as this message. Luckily, you can take a few easy steps to protect your car in the same amount of time. Remove your valuables, roll up your windows, don't leave your car running unattended, lock your doors, and take your keys or fob. If you have information about a crime, call the police. If you suspect insurance fraud, also call 800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your family's tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
The award-winning 1017 The Truth proudly celebrates Black excellence and the most monumental moments in our history. All month long, we're honoring the voices, the stories, and the achievements that have shaped our past, empowered our present, and continue to inspire our future. Tune in for Dr. Ken's trivia spotlighting powerful facts and moments that you need to know. And tune in to Tori Lowe's Our Voices, Our Stories, amplifying the youth, perspectives, and lived experiences that define who we are. Tune in all month as 1017 The Truth lifts up the legacy, the brilliance, and the power of Black history. Because Black history isn't just history, it's happening every day. 1017 The Truth celebration of Black History Month is proudly sponsored by Educators Credit Union. Welcome Black to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. Again, I am the legendary Home Blow along with my brother.
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
Man, listen, man. And we got to talk about even like the partners that were there that helped to bring this thing to life and make it to where we were able to expand to a bigger space than the inaugural Community Awards. And, of course, shout out to Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Right up front, they was enjoying themselves, man. They was enjoying themselves, so that's a good thing. And I got a tip on how to win.
Can they do that?
Yeah, he told me.
It's trader information.
No, he told me, go in, go to the left, go to the ATM machine, and good luck.
That was the tip.
That was the tip.
The tip was spend as much money as you can.
I said, does it pay big? He said, I don't know. So,
it depends on you.
So that was the tip. That was
the ATM is giving out money all the time.
Oh, man. So
basically, that's the only way you're getting money from me.
So, again, shout out to Potawatomi Casino Hotel, who did their thing. Shout out to...
That's funny. The ATM is always good.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people was like, oh, yeah. So they were going right where you went, like, oh, inside trading with me. Like,
no, wasn't no inside trading.
No. Milwaukee College Prep, they were there in full force. So shout out to Milwaukee College Prep, one of our our sponsors and partners, of course, and the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels. I kept, because furniture, man.
Furniture.
You know what I'm saying? We're like, and they got some great furniture.
Steinhoffels do got some nice pieces out there.
Man, then Cousin Subs.
Way better than the 15 for 1,500 you get on the corner.
Cousin Subs. I'm just saying. And then the venue itself, Venue 3, and of course the 3rd Street Market Hall.
It was a nice spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
It looked nice. It was set up nice. The people that I dealt with, like at the bar, they was cool. So it was cool.
Yep. And of course, shout out to DJ Brother Z, who was doing his thing with the music, man. And again, able to, as a DJ, you got to be able to read the crowd and kind of know when to go here and when to go there.
I see. You was doing DJ analytics.
Absolutely. You got to.
All the time.
Like, it's just like with somebody that does what you do.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm going to check it out. I'm going to see what you do. I'm gonna see if you know what you're doing. Stuff that only I know.
There you go.
People in my position would know and have done things before would know.
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, he good.
So, yeah. So
Certain things you look for.
That's right.
Shout out to all the Truth staff that was working the doors and kept stuff moving.
Yep. Shout out to Craig Converson. He was there. The owner of Good Karma Brands. Greg Scalzo was there. All of our teammates, so shout out to our girl Bailey Coleman. Of course, we ended up doing our thing, hosting the event, trying to make it, people to understand the importance of it, but also bringing some light and some humor to it. One of the humor moments that I created, and it was funny to me and everybody there, in my opinion. Maybe not to OG Andrew, maybe. But he laughed. He had to laugh about it because everybody kind of laughed about it.
You gonna say it on air now?
Yeah, man, because we were there. He looked at like the grown character of Boss Baby. Like if Boss Baby grew up. He looked like Boss Baby.
I laughed in the moment. I'm not gonna laugh in the air.
Come on, Dave.
I'm not doing it.
Come on, just take the visual, bruh.
I know the visual.
Okay, so
I laughed. I laughed on Friday. Because it was hilarious.
Okay, that's all I needed.
But I'm not.
That's the only confirmation that I needed, bruh. It was a good jab. It was a good jab.
It was hilarious. And he did look like Boss Baby. But that's okay.
Come on. There you go. So listen, I'm starting to get tears, brother.
I'm not gonna do it.
That's just.
You're not gonna get me in that.
He did. I mean,
I respect OG too much.
Me too, man. But the truth was the truth.
Hey, listen, it's different when it's a few of us. You saying it to the whole world,
and everybody recognized it, though. They looked and they were like, "Hell yeah!" I heard a lot of hell yes.
See, now you just rubbing it in, and I'm Andy. This is all Homer. When you hear this, you probably somewhere listening right now. You see my stance on this. I got your back.
Three Buffalo girls go around the outside. Around the outside.
I'm not joining in on this.
Why?
No, I'm not.
Hey, listen, man.
I am pleading the fifth.
The truth is
in
true.
my Trump race.
You're so stupid.
I am not joining in on this. Nope.
That's your orange man.
Nope.
It was great. Nobody's ever done it before.
It was a great time.
The world's never seen anything like it before.
Yeah, it was a great time. I've never been around so many great people.
Yeah, black people are great. They were my friends.
Yeah, I have black friends.
That's not
like some people would say.
Yeah, I know.
I have black friends. You didn't know that, did you? You didn't know. I have black friends.
Yeah. Over there. Did you see the one with the auntie or whatever, the grandma? Like, she just sold us out in the biggest Uncle Fletcher way as possible. When
what black lady?
She was at an event, and it was obviously a lot of black people at the event, but she stood up there, and nobody, I'm going to find that clip.
Is that the lady from the congressional hearings that was talking about, that might be the lady whose son got killed or something in D.C., because she's been going around talking.
Yeah, it was some type of ball or something like
it's
that.
Probably her.
Yes, and
it ain't. Because I can't imagine there's too many other black women that's doing that as well.
Yeah, she was on one.
Yeah, that's the lady whose son got killed, and she said nobody was doing nothing, and then Trump made people do something or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, but yeah, it was definitely like I was like, is this really happening? And it was a bad look in my opinion, but people do what they do. Shout out to everybody on our YouTube page. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Arian Kawanda, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Sincere Ronnie Ray Rio, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Venus Jones, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Sir Chauncey, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. He was like, hey, morning crew. Great seeing all of you Friday. Dame, hope you got a chance to get some of that lasagna. It was fire. Kiana S. Williams, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Anita Nicole, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Dr. Clarissa Lawrence, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Stacy, brother Stacy, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Said top of the morning. My people, if you missed the Truth Community Awards this past Friday, it was nice. And of course,
what was that when the lady he just said it on the YouTube line. Homer moment was when one lady rose up and gave an out of space type of soliloquy when Homer called out the winning numbers for Chula Vista. And she was, and then that was funny when you was like, the bar's open,
right?
Apparently the bar's open, and she's been there quite a few times because she didn't have the winning ticket, and she just stood up. And she's like, I put both of mine in there. What are you talking about? And we was all sitting there waiting and stuff, but she didn't have the winning ticket. So if you didn't come, you missed out on a lot. But there was also a raffle, and in the raffle, they were giving away prizes. They gave away Brewers tickets, Summerfest tickets, and then they gave away a stay at the Chula Vista, a little resort, I guess. And a lady stood up, and I guess she was gonna hustle us out them tickets. She was gonna make it happen, but she didn't have the tickets. But she talked as if she did. And
right.
We stood there for 5 minutes listening to her talk as if she had the tickets. And at the end of the day, she did not have the ticket. And so what are we doing here? What are we doing here is what I was saying when I was sitting there. What are we doing here?
Right. So yeah, there was a lot of memorable moments. I'm just saying, you're going to learn.
If you missed it, you missed out. Make sure you're there next year.
Yep.
And it's going to be even bigger and better.
That part.
About DEFA. It's going to be nice.
I love that part.
Nicer.
Go ahead, Dang. You know what I'm saying? To think of it, but Tory had something that was supposed to be in place, but it would have been dope because he was able to kind of choose where we were going in that direction. To have you come and do like a 3-minute, you know what I'm saying? MC Dame LZ set.
Give some bars.
Yeah,
maybe
man.
Next year.
Yeah. I'm
maybe next year we'll get a whole band, and I'll have my band up there, and then we can get busy.
Yeah, but it's gonna be less than the Super Bowl time though. Y'all gonna have about 6-7 minutes.
You get
but y'all can get y'all. You
and
know
that's
what
I'm saying? I think next year we should do it where, like I said, because a lot of those people don't get to interact together.
Mm-hmm.
We should extend the time and make afterwards like a networking session where we got the DJ playing. You can dance if you want. You can do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that part
make it an event.
Yeah, I think
like
that part is usually we kind of utilize that for the beginning. So though the door is open at 5:30, we weren't scheduled to start all of the other stuff till like 6:30. So that was kind of a networking.
I'm saying let's have a party. That's what I'm saying. We can't have a party in the beginning. I'm saying let's party. That's what the Truthful Community Awards and party. Let's party. That's just me though. We always working. Those type of people are always working. But they don't have time. Like Melody, because of the awards, had time she had to take her kids somewhere, and they had time to come do it. Well, let's party while they here. That's all I'm saying.
You're gonna learn today. Let's get ready.
One call, that's all.
Truth Nation, now's your chance to be our one call, that's all Gruber 5K giveaway entry for the day. Yes, you can be entered to win $5,000 courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Be caller number 10 right now at 833-212-1017, and you will be entered to win the $5,000 giveaway with the award-winning 1017 The Truth and Gruber Law Offices. Again, that is caller number 10 right now at 833-212-1017. Remember, if you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, contact Gruber Law Offices today. Visit them at gruber-law.com. For official contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com. We'll be black.
Join me every Friday at 11 a.m. for the Milwaukee Experience with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee. We're a city that knows how to celebrate, where the calendar is packed with festivals, the plates are piled high with flavor, and a lakefront sunrise sets the stage. Here in Milwaukee, every street leads to something worth savoring, a place that welcomes you with open arms and where joy is shared in bites, beats, and cheers. The Milwaukee Experience every Friday at 11 a.m. exclusively on The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, presented by Visit Milwaukee.
Truth Nation, it's time once again to celebrate excellence, passion, and the power of community at the 2nd Annual Truth Community Awards, happening Friday, February 20th at Venue 3 inside the 3rd Street Market Hall in downtown Milwaukee. This award show will honor the unsung heroes who show up, give back, and make a positive impact in our community every single day. We are rolling out the red carpet and showing love to those who truly deserve it. Buy your tickets now by visiting 1017thetruthAwards.com. Tickets are just $20, which includes free food and exclusive Truth giveaways. Join the 1017 The Truth team for an unforgettable night of entertainment, inspiration, and community pride at the 2nd Annual Truth Community Awards on Friday, February 20th at Venue 3 in Milwaukee. The Truth Community Awards are presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Milwaukee College Prep, Cousin Subs, Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall, and the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. They bring a variety of perspectives from diverse backgrounds, innovating how they teach to prepare students for our fast-changing world. Achieving this takes skill and expertise. They're tireless explorers, creatively discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, experimenting, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, and connecting with each other, leading by example. Experience the unique joy of helping students thrive. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org, a campaign supported by the U.S. Department of Education, Teach.org, and 1 million teachers of color.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Truth Nation, welcome back to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. And of course, our Gruber 5K entry. We have, who do we have, Will, for our...
Dante!
Good luck. You on the road. You in the running. So you are in the race. You're in the race. You know, you can't win a race at least until you're at least in the race. So if you're not in the race, then yeah, your chances of winning are slim to none. But we have Dante now, so congratulations, Dante. There's going to be a lot more people to be joining you in the qualifying round, and then we'll find out who ends up getting that $5,000. I love trying to mimic Bailey at the Truth Community Awards with that.
That was funny.
I was like, Bailey, say it. Like, no, I'm not going to say it. Like, come on, Bailey. Mm-hmm. It's infamous now. You know what I'm saying? You just won $5,000.
Shout out to Bailey.
That was classic, man. But that was classic. But and how it should be, though. You know what I'm saying? Like Dr. Ken, when his person ended up winning the $5,000, he was still Dr. Ken. Like, she was excited as hell, but Dr. Ken.
I think Dr. Ken, if you had listened to the show, he had wasted his energy on the first 2 calls because nobody answered the phone.
Okay.
So by the time it got to that person, somebody answered the phone.
Like, ain't nobody going to answer. Nobody's going to answer.
You know, I gave you all my energy the first time. I gave all my energy the first time. And this caller's not gonna get it. That's my Dr. Ken voice.
I'm so happy, bro, because I'm not the only one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm doing a lot of impressions today. I done did Trump. I done did
Fanfare.
You know, I'm on the road. It's Monday. My impersonations suck though, but I'm on the road today.
You are.
I did kind of good today.
You are. It's the E for effort, bro.
I think I did well today on my impersonation.
And did.
Like the lady said, like the auntie said.
Right.
And did.
Oh,
I hate and did. But anyway, I'm so glad it's dead. It is kind of dead.
It's kind of. Yeah,
it's dying out.
Yeah. You know, it's one of those things that when you say, what can you leave in 2025? You know what I'm saying?
And did.
Right. Remember when Talk to the Hand, all that stuff?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So, yeah, those type of things.
And did. Let it die, baby. Anyway,
they won't. Some people are just stuck in that era, and that's what it is. Now we want to, kind of switch gears, and there's been a lot of talk about things happening within the common council, right?
Your common council's been on the,
yeah. So
this was a little different, though.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So it's in a different vein. Republicans quietly target Milwaukee Common Council power to set policy for police and fire departments. But it goes even deeper than just that superficial headline, in my opinion. In effort to limit the Milwaukee Common Council's ability to shape the police and fire department policy, passed an assembly vote on Thursday in the form of an amendment to a completely unrelated bill. So if the measure becomes law, the council would need a unanimous vote before suspending or modifying police or fire department policy. But it goes, and it was brought up by Representative Bob Donovan.
Unanimous vote?
Man, you've told me.
You know how hard, unless it's something that's just cut and dry.
Mm-hmm.
Finish what you're saying, and then I'll
I just wanted to kind of lay the foundation of where we're at.
But it upsets me so much. And I'm not going to get hyped because it's Monday, but it upsets me so much when the Republicans in the state legislature do things like this that undercut the authority of a first-class city like Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When they do things like this to take the power away from those that are running the city of Milwaukee. Because we have to understand the city of Milwaukee is the biggest city in the state.
Correct.
Absolutely, right? And because it's the biggest city in the state, it is the economic engine of the state. And now you have a city that is an economic engine of the state being a minority-majority city.
Right.
So they can't stop it from being the economic center. They can't move all of the corporations to Madison or move them to Eau Claire or something. So what do? They go about undercutting those that control the city and make them more so puppets.
Mm-hmm.
You can do this, you can do that, you can do this, you can do that. There's always been a protection of the fire department and the police department by legislators. And Bob Donovan, as history, Bob Donovan who brought all of this up, was a former alderperson, lived in Milwaukee, ran for mayor a bunch of times, got his butt whooped a bunch of times.
No, he got his ass whooped.
He got his ass whooped a bunch of times. I can say that, okay. And he's on the fringes of what used to be Milwaukee. He's the leftover from Breyer, those types of thought patterns, right?
Yep.
Donovan has also had his own run-ins. So keep it real. Donovan has had his own run-ins with the law in bathroom stalls. Go look it up on your own. I'm not going to sit here and say it, but go look it up, and you'll see what I'm talking about, and you'll be like, then this is the dude?
Yeah, I've read the criminal complaint.
Yeah, then you know. So let's not even, I'm not finna go there.
Right.
But there's been a history since Milwaukee has become a minority-majority city, where there's been this trend of undercutting the power. We go back to the bill, the AB 245, the 2% bill, the tax bill that they did to get the money from the state, slid in this bill, just like they slid this one into this other bill, and nobody talked about it a lot then. But I said something. I had wrote a press release. Nobody wanted to get down with the press release because they were focused on the other stuff. And I said the other stuff will take care of itself. Y'all aren't seeing this bigger play that they are sliding in here, which is that typically when you pass something and you put something on the budget, you just got to get 8 votes. It's 15 common council members. You just got to get 8 votes. You just got to get a majority. This new bill made it so that you had to get 10 votes to put anything onto the budget. Why is that important? Why is that number 10 important? Wouldn't you know that there just happens to be
how many black people are there?
9 minority members on the council. So you had a chance in getting this money. And this is why I was against getting the money. Now in that position, I had to say other things. I'm out of that now. I didn't want the money. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought we had to give away too much to get it. And this is one of the things we had to give away. We have fought as black people and been in this country. We have dealt with Pratt. We have dealt with other Val Phillips. We have all of these people that have come up that had to fight because they were minorities on the council, right?
Correct.
Now we have the opportunity to be the majority, and we hand it away.
Yep.
We give it away. So now we still got to get one of these white boys to vote with us. So now that gives them the power because now you got to get one of them to vote with you. And that's what they don't think it was done out of ignorance. They knew what they were doing on the Republican side of the legislature when they put that in there. They knew exactly what they were doing. And that's the same thing with this bill that Donovan slid into some healthcare stuff. Don't have nothing to do with the Fire and Police Commission. Nothing.
Right.
But they slide it in there and say, oh, now, if you're going to do something to the Fire and Police Commission, you got to get a unanimous vote. You know how hard it is to get a unanimous vote? Have you heard what's going on the council right now?
Yes, sir.
So basically, the police department will be running themselves. They will have no oversight from the Fire and Police Commission because they're going to take all that away. And that's what the police department wants anyway. Because the Fire and Police Commission, the way they had set it up during the George Floyd and all that stuff, when they started changing it, they can give recommendations.
Absolutely.
To the police department, and they have to follow them.
Right.
They finna take all that away. So again, you have a minority-majority city where you got a black mayor, you got a black county executive, black sheriff, black police chief, you got a Latino common council president, you got a minority-majority city. But the true power is, if y'all want to get something done, you got to get some of them. Whereas before, it was never that way. When we only had 5 or 6, all they needed was 8 votes, and they was running things. But now we get to that level, and the goalpost is moved.
That part. Truth Nation, we want to hear your thoughts on this. The number to call, the Truth Talking text line, is 833-212-1017. 833-212-1017. What's your truth on this matter? And really, it's something that I continue to talk about with the big, beautiful bill.
Yeah.
There are so many eggs, you know what I'm saying, that are put inside of that bill that people are saying, just pass it. Just go ahead and vote for it. Just vote for this. Just vote for that. And again, you have to remember for like with the big, beautiful bill, once you say, okay, it's law. You get what I'm saying? It ain't no easy going black to be like, okay, well, we messed up.
Yeah.
Be like, no, it's there now.
And let me tell you,
the protections.
A lot of these politicians don't read a lot of that stuff.
Right, because it'd be so deep. Like
the legislative aides do a lot of the
pages.
Reading, and they'll tell them the highlights of it. And if they not reading them, boys, that stuff slides in there, and next thing you know, it's...
There you go. 833-212-1017, Truth Nation, we want to hear your thoughts on this. Again, you're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We'll be black.
Half of American parents cannot afford diapers. Hi, this is WTMJ's Kristen Bry. This spring, WTMJ and the Milwaukee Diaper Mission are teaming up to change that. Join me for WTMJ Cares Bowling for Babies, where we will raise funds for Milwaukee Diaper Mission. Register to bowl with us on March 7th at Village Bowl in Menominee Falls. Registration is now open. Go to WTMJCares.com to sign up. Act quickly, teams will fill up fast. It's WTMJ Cares Bowling for Babies to help the Milwaukee Diaper Mission.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 1017 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your family's tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
The award-winning 1017 The Truth proudly celebrates Black excellence in the most monumental moments in our history. All month long, we're honoring the voices, the stories, and the achievements that have shaped our past, empowered our present, and continue to inspire our future. Tune in to Dr. Ken's trivia spotlighting powerful facts and moments you need to know, and Tori Lowe's Our Voices, Our Stories, amplifying the youth, perspectives, and lived experiences that define who we are. Tune in all month as 1017 The Truth lifts up the legacy, the brilliance, and the power of Black history. Because Black history isn't just history. It's happening every day. 1017 The Truth's celebration of Black History Month is proudly sponsored by Educators Credit Union and Tayback Law.
Welcome, Black, to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 FM The Truth. We're inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Homer Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie, in the building.
And the True Talk text lines are open at 833-212-1017. We're talking about this new situation that now changes the landscape, where Republicans quietly targeted the Milwaukee Common Council's power to set policy for police and fire departments, as well as a lot of other little eggs that were put inside of there that will now end up hatching, you know what I'm saying, and creating a situation. Dane, read Stacy's comment on the YouTube page and kind of address that, because me and Dane were kind of talking about it while we were going through the break. And our breakdown of that.
Yeah, Stacey said there's no way we have 2/3 of the city council Black, a Black mayor, chief of police, the sheriff is Black, yet Milwaukee is still stagnant. And it's bills like this. This is what we're saying, y'all. It's bills like this that we have given away our power. We have given away our strength when we do things like this. So although we have, again, a majority city, and I say that just in the sense of, it's more Blacks and Latinos than it is of everyone else. We've given away the power that allows us to be able to dictate the path and the growth of our cities. And in doing that, we did it for the 2%. It was slid in there. And I said it then, and people thought I was, damn, you tripping. But no, y'all don't understand the trends that are taking place. And they want to take away the powers of that council. And in doing so, they made it so that in the past, y'all, when you only had to have 8 votes to get something on the budget, 8 votes, just had to have a majority. Then the mayor could veto it or whatever. Then you would have to kick in to the 10. Now, off the top, you got to have 10 to even get it on the budget, to get it passed by the council. You know what I'm saying? And this right here, so you controlling now who can vote and the factors of the budget. And so just the Black people, the majority.
Right.
And all along we've always been told we don't have the numbers to do this. We don't have the numbers to do X, Y, and Z. And one day we'll have the numbers. And then when you get them,
They changed the game.
They changed the rules. Same thing with this. You got a black chief of police, and this, that, and the other. You got the Fire and Police Commission, a commission, a commission filled with community people, supposed to be, right? They want to strip the power from them, right? And so, who the police department gonna, who they answering to? They just answer to the mayor and the powers that be. So this is their police force. So yeah, you can have the majority of the population, but we're gonna control everything else that would make it so that you can shift this majority population and have it show in the everyday politics of this city.
Again, Truth Nation, what's your truth on this? 833-212-1017. Because, again, we often have people that, try to highlight those points. But when you don't understand some of the underlying things that are going on, that still has their hands tied. You get what I'm saying? But you're looking at them like, no, you can steal this, you can steal that. We're like, yeah, that's just like with the Orange Man. He's got billionaires that are telling him, like, here, puppet, move your arm this way, and this is going to help us. We don't give a damn. We still got you while you're talking crazy to them, but as long as the things are moving for us, you're all good. You know what I'm saying? You're all good. We're going to still continue to make sure we got a base of people that are suffering under your policies, suffering under a lot of your changes, but they're still going to be right there with you so you can say what you want and all of that kind of stuff. So this is what's happening.
It's been a trend throughout of the last 5 or 6 years, maybe the last decade. I would say less than that, 5 or 6 years. Right before the pandemic, there's been a trend of doing this because the Republicans in the state legislature saw the demographics. They saw the way that this was going. The business leaders saw the way that this was going, and they put in safeguards so that you, as black people, would not be able to have the control that you think you should have.
Right.
And even let's go back to with licensing. And this is off topic, but it's going to show what I'm talking about. Licensing used to be any type of food was controlled by the Milwaukee Common Council, and that's how you got your license.
Yep.
A lot of people don't know this. I'm going to say it on air. It's whatever. As long as you don't have a refrigerator or anything that's perishable, you can just open up a store. They took that away. They took that power away from the Common Council. The state did. And so then that takes away more of your power. You know what I'm saying? So now you can't even control who could just open up. And people are like, why do they have all of these vape shops and all of this other stuff? Because that's the state now. All of that stuff is they just have to buy a license. They just buy it, and they can open it up. They don't need to come. So you be like, why is all these stuff just popping up? And
Right.
The Common Council doesn't control that. So that's why those lobbies come in. And even when we talk about landlords and Barada and stuff like that, those lobbyists go up to the state, and then those state lobbyists get those legislators to pass laws that undercuts the Common Council's and the city of Milwaukee's ability to do things because they have control over that body. So they find creative ways of undercutting what we do. That's why when I talk about the mayor's office, I talk about regime change. You got to have somebody in there who is straight community, not downtown out, but outside of downtown in. So then we can, because that's the only way we're going to fight this stuff. And if we don't, we're going to keep doing the same stuff, and we're going to keep losing power. So we can have the numbers, but when we don't have control, though.
Wow. So, I mean, but you just said something that was like mind blown to me, to where it's like, so as long as you don't have to have refrigeration, you can just open up a store.
Yep. As long as you unless you get a seller's permit and an occupancy permit. And if you don't have, I probably shouldn't be saying this on air. They're going to be mad at me. But as long as you don't have that, find you a spot, open you up a store. They can't do nothing as long as no refrigeration is in there. As long as you're not trying to sell sandwiches or sell all of this other stuff. And you can still do EBT with them because you're just, you used to be able to, but because you're just selling chips and stuff like that. As long as you don't put the soda in the refrigerator, you're fine. You can even have the refrigerator, and as long as it ain't plugged up and on.
Wow.
Yeah.
So So, like, I noticed a lot of hookah lounges opening. So, is that something that still has to go?
I think they just put that where they I think the Common Council just passed something with a hookah law, where the hookah shops got to go get a license now.
The hookah lounges, okay.
Yeah, they got to get but before they, see, that's what I'm saying. Before they didn't. That's why you have the vape shops.
Right.
That's why you have the little tobacco and cell phone stores, because that's all stuff that the state covers. So they put it, we don't have any, they just got to go buy a permit and get it. We don't have anything. So when in our district, people would do that stuff and they would go get a tobacco and sale store, and then they would come later to try to get a food dealer's license. Nah. Because you thought you was slick doing the tobacco and sale, and nah, we're not giving you no food dealer's license. You're not getting one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of districts, a lot of older people do that as well. You usurp the system and you just open something up, and people like, so that's what I'm saying, black people, we have to understand.
This is crazy.
We have to understand what goes on and keep ourselves abreast of what goes on, because you'll blame your older person all day. This is opening up, but we can't get this, we can't get that, we can't get fresh fruit. Well, because they don't have to do nothing for that. For now, they want to get fresh food and all of this stuff. Now they got to go get a license. They got to talk to the council. They got to do all of this stuff. But if I just want to open up and sell some chips and some candy, wow. There I go. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
As long as it's not refrigerated or it doesn't perish. And people, you know, yeah, there I go.
Woo.
Yeah, it's real talk.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, and
we
so,
learned today.
Yeah. And I would go out to these places that opened up, and because they don't know my face.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't want to be on the, you know, in the newsletters, and because I didn't want nobody to know who I wanted to be able to just go and do my building inspector thing and just walk through and say, oh, okay. Oh yeah, I was snitching. I would go into places and they had their refrigerators hooked up. I'm like, oh no, they got refrigerators in there, player. Same with the little gambling machines when they outlawed the gambling machines. Oh, I'll be like, oh no, they got gambling machines over there. They got gambling machines over there. And then, no, you ain't supposed to have those. You know what I'm saying? But I say all of that to say, this is all done to undercut the control of our black
Your
ladies.
phone gonna ring. You're gonna get some text messages.
Yeah, they're gonna be mad at me.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. I'm the legendary Homer Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie.
We'll be black.
Lloyd Barbie wasn't just a civil rights leader in Milwaukee. He was the man who forced the city to change its laws. In the 1960s, when segregation shaped housing, schools, and political power, Barbie didn't stop at protest. He went to court, and he won. His landmark lawsuit against Milwaukee public schools proved that segregation wasn't accidental, but deliberate, making Milwaukee one of the first northern cities legally challenged over school segregation. That victory exposed how inequality thrived, not just through prejudice, but through policy and planning. Later, as an alderman, Barbie helped pass Wisconsin's first fair housing ordinance, opening doors that had been legally closed for generations, and setting a model other cities would later follow. Barbie believed civil rights weren't symbolic. They were enforceable. Lloyd Barbie showed that real justice comes from persistence, strategy, and the courage to make institutions answer.
This Black History Moment is sponsored by Educators Credit Union and Tayback Law.
It's time to plan for kindergarten. Will your child turn 3, 4, or 5 by September 1st? Learn about kindergarten programs and enroll now. Explore schools across the city that offer traditional kindergarten, Montessori, and more. MPS students enjoy art, music, physical education, along with reading, writing, math, and science. Find out about bus transportation and before and after school care. Enroll for fall 2026 by March 2nd. Get the details at mpsmke.com/enroll.
Did you know that for 80 years, Paralyzed Veterans of America has been a lifeline for our nation's veterans with spinal cord injuries and diseases like MS and ALS, and all people with disabilities? In just the last 12 months, PVA has funded research of the first non-addictive pain medication in over a decade, partnered with an award-winning sports anchor to fight for accessible medical care for women veterans, ensured all women with disabilities feel seen and empowered with help from a top cosmetic company. And that doesn't even include what PVA have done over the last 80 years, like secured the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act, pioneered wheelchair basketball, helped design iconic landmarks, made the DC Metro a model transit system, and wrote and distributed resources in over 60 countries in 4 languages. None of this would be possible without your help. Every breakthrough, every battle won, and every life impacted is driven by you. Visit PVA.org to learn more.
Hey, Joe, working again? Retirement was boring, huh?
Not boring. Expensive. Food, medicine, rent. Social Security just isn't enough.
I know, and that's why I used benefitscheckup.org. It connected me to an extra $1,000 a month.
$1,000 a month?
Benefitscheckup.org is a free service from the National Council on Aging.
Free? I'm going to benefitscheckup.org today.
I love the exercise classes here at the Senior Center.
Me too. I'm trying to eat healthier too, but it's expensive these days.
I know, and that's why I use benefitscheckup.org. I learned I can get help paying for groceries.
Benefitscheckup.org?
Yes, benefitscheckup.org is a free service from the National Council on Aging.
For free? I'm going to benefitscheckup.org today.
Get the truth and nothing but the truth with Sherwin Hughes every weekday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 a.m. WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Check it out one time.
Troop Nation, great morning. If you're supposed to be at work at 8 a.m., you're late. You're late. We had to write you up. We had to give you what is it? A central office
suspension.
Yeah, like you out here. You know, look. I'm just saying, don't learn to be habitually late. You know, just make sure you understand, because then when they had that talk, then you go to social media, they call themselves getting rid of me because I was late. I was only late a couple of times. And we get to look at your real paperwork. Habitual punctuality.
Listen, I am that habitual. I listen, I'm going to shut up. I ain't gonna tell them myself, but I would be late. But I would put myself in a position. That's why I work with I don't exactly a certain time. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not gonna happen for me. I operate on a circular time. You know what circular time means in Africa? I'll give you all the African history real quick.
The dialect
in Africa. They have meeting times, but then it's like that's just a suggested time. They operate on a circular time where it's not linear, where it's like hard pointed. Everything is connected, and everything being connected, I'll get there when I get there.
Yeah, well,
and we'll still take care of this business when I get there.
Yep. Well, I just want you to know, if you're working for me, that ain't gonna fly.
That's why I don't work for home.
You'll be on the unenjoyment line.
I'm very African.
You'll be on the. I am too, but yeah, you ain't gonna.
African, very African.
You get your African ass up and get to work. I'm just saying. So we're talking about those changes. I'm still, my mind is blown because I didn't know that. As long as you just unplugged her.
That people don't know.
Right.
I'm not gonna get up.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm not gonna get up here and say. But you know what? For some people that I thought wanted to do, and I thought were gonna do good business, I would tell them.
Okay.
I tell them this stuff, and then later on you do that, and then you come back in a year, and we'll see about giving you the food dealer's license. Because we had when we got in office, we had said we were gonna put a moratorium on corner stores, and we held true to that, unless it was somebody that made a decision to do this or to do more fresh fruits and stuff, have a real grocery store where everything is not just chips. Right. And then you got a little, what I hate that. I hate when I go in the corner store, and this is part of the reason that, shout out to Melody and them, this is part of the reason that we have the food desert apartheid thing that we have, is because the corner stores, people just see food dealer's license, and they see, when you look at the map, it's look at all these places. But they're not selling anything in these places. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Where they just selling chips, and they selling sodas, and they selling, they may have a deli meat counter or something, but it's nothing.
It's not a full grocery.
And then they got a basket of fruit next to the I hate that when I go to some place and it's a basket of fruit next to the register because I know that they sat at the council and told the council, oh, yes, I'm going to sell fresh fruit and vegetables.
Wow.
And so then they put the basket right there. And so from that's my fresh fruits and vegetables right there.
Right.
A bunch of molded old oranges or something like that. So I'm going to say this on air, too, and I was going to give this to one of them. But I was thinking, like, for my many years on licensing, if you want to try to fight – because and this is what I do when I think of legislation. I think of what's there and what can be used. We got all these corner stores there. Mm-hmm. Now let's just make them have to do what we said they were going to do. Let's enforce the stuff that we have on the book. Mm-hmm. We said, because they have to put in there when you get a license, you have to put in there what percentage is going to come from what.
Right.
This is going to sell.
Like how they talk about it's going to be 80% food, but then 20% is going to be that. So we're really dependent on the 80% food. That's what we're pushing.
And really, if they just don't have, they're going to be selling liquor. But
right. That's it.
And they think they come into the council and they like we haven't been sitting here for 10 years and heard all of this stuff.
Right.
I think they have to enforce those corner stores to make sure that if their license said they were going to have 30% of their stock be fresh fruits and vegetables, make them do that.
Right.
And I think we have to, I think DNS can be put in play to do that. Health department can be put in play to do that where we can, because the hard part is, well, how do you determine 30%? Well, you can look around and see that basket ain't 30%. Mm-hmm. Well, then how do we get, and then somebody else will fill in those voids. If now you've made them have to have fresh fruits and vegetables at the minimum, right? So then at least a kid could get an apple if they want an apple.
Right.
Or something. And when it just ain't chips, all of at least the bare minimum stuff, right? If you can do that, then what you do is you creating a lane for somebody now, I'm going to be the one that's going to connect to the farmers and I'm going to drive the stuff up here and every day, I'm going to make my routes through these corner stores and I'm going to drop off. Now you've created a business, an economic business that others can fall in line to, right? So whenever I think of legislation, I always think of how can it kill two birds with one stone? How can it kill three birds? And that's what I'm saying. And then when they come up there now you tell them, okay, now you have to have, in order to get this license, you have to have 40% of your stock be fresh fruits and vegetables.
Right.
That's it. And now they have to do it, and you enforce them to do it. And now you're making it so those food deserts aren't as bad. You got little oases now. And it is not as bad. It's still going to be terrible because you still want to have grocery stores and all of that stuff.
Absolutely.
But
with the bigger varieties.
But at least you're doing something until we can get that changed around. Because before they would be like, well, they got the corner store and then they got the grocery store and they could just go there for that. Now that's gone. Pick and Save is gone. All these gone. So now you got to step up, and I'm going to make you, as your legislator, make you step up.
Hashtag that part, hashtag facts. And, when we think about stores and stocks and supplies, and as you were saying, roll around, it brings up another interesting situation where all truckers and bus drivers will now be required to take commercial driver's license tests in English.
I didn't know they could take it in Spanish.
Yeah. So that is it's mandated now. All truckers and bus drivers will have to take their commercial driver's license tests in English as the Orange Man's administration expands its aggressive campaign to improve safety in the industry and get unqualified drivers off the road. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy announced the latest effort Friday to ensure that drivers meet the federal requirements to understand English well enough to read road signs and communicate with law enforcement officers. Florida already started administering its test in English. Currently, many states allow drivers to take their license tests in other languages, even though they are required to demonstrate English proficiency. California offered tests in 20 other languages. Duffy said that a number of states have hired other companies to administer commercial driver's license tests, and those companies aren't enforcing the standards that drivers are supposed to meet to demonstrate their driving and English skills. These latest enforcement efforts come just days after the Transportation Department said 557 driving schools should close because they failed to meet basic safety standards. The department has been aggressively going after states that handed out commercial driver's license to immigrants who shouldn't have qualified for them ever since a fatal crash in August. A truck driver who W says wasn't authorized to be in the United States made an illegal U-turn and caused a crash in Florida that killed 3 people. Other fatal crashes since then, including one in Indiana that killed 4 members of an Amish community earlier this month, have only heightened concerns. And with that being said, shout out to in a sarcastic way to the Indiana Bears. I just had to pivot there.
The Indiana Bears.
Because I had to say Indiana in that subject matter. But yeah, they moving to Indiana. They're going to
Still
Indiana.
the Chicago Bears. It's like
I'm calling them Indiana Bears.
It's like when the Pistons moved to Auburn Hills.
Yeah, they still going to be the Indiana Bears.
Detroit Pistons.
They're going to be the Indiana Bears. Well, they're going to be the Indiana Bears.
Hammond Bears.
Hammond Bears.
The Hammond.
Yep.
Bears. That just sounds terrible.
Hammond, Indiana. Yeah,
Have you ever been to
that's
Hammond?
Yeah.
It is a terrible place.
Okay. So
it is a wasteland. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's perfect for them then, right? So that's perfect for the Bears. That's perfect for the Bears. It's a wasteland. So yeah, that's the perfect home for the Bears.
But the good thing is, okay, they build a stadium there, and then the owners of the stadium and the owners of the Bears are gonna just build everything out around it and make money off of everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what they're looking to do. But anyway,
absolutely. So
the Bears.
But with the right, it's a wasteland. So welcome to the wasteland, and that's the perfect spot for them, I guess. But anyway, in talking about these driver's license, and imagine though, Dame, if they transcended that to like, hold on, you don't have to have CDL to drive taxis or Uber, stuff like that, do you?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because can you imagine what that would be like? It's so many foreigners that drive these taxis and Ubers and all that, and they don't understand nothing you saying.
I just assumed you driving CDL that you would have to have some type of mastery of the English language of some sort. You know what I'm saying? At least in that position. I'm not saying everybody that comes to America needs to learn English. I'm not one of them racist white folks that do that. You know, this is America. We speak English. We speak American. I'm not that. But I'm saying you're driving vehicles that can kill people. You're driving, bombs. If you're driving, gas
propane,
around, whatever it is. So I want you to be able to read the signs that are coming that says slow down or this is going to curve here or this. I want you to, not just the pictures. I want you to be able to read the signs. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was already done. I didn't know that there was, you could take CDLs and not have some sort of mastery of English. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just think it's one of those jobs that's something that you would need to have, in my opinion. So I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
I'm mad at the fact that they're blaming these accidents. Accidents happen all the time. I think they're going too far with that. Accidents happen all the time. It's just, it don't have to be because they couldn't read English that they had this accident. But just put this in your mind real quick. You go to Pakistan. You don't speak any, Pakistani. I don't know what their language they speak in Pakistan. Islamic languages. I'm sure it's something like that, right? And so you're driving. You don't know where you're going. You don't know what's what and what's. So that's what I'm saying. If they don't understand English, but the likelihood that somebody, usually when people come here, they already speak 2 languages. They already know English. So a lot of times when people are like, no hablo inglés, they be lying. I mean, keep it 100.
You're right.
They be lying. They just don't want to talk to you.
I believe that. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. We're opening up the Truth Talk text lines. We want to hear your truth on this situation. Should it be required? And RC Creation Muse, great morning, love you, appreciate you. Said that's how it is everywhere else. You can't pick and choose, laugh it out loud, learn the primary language, or end up being taken advantage of, or worse. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. The Truth will be black.
It's recognizing that there are people in the world that only have one word on their mind and heart when they become emotional when something happens to someone they like. They become irrational, they become fixated, and they do to others what they believe was done to them. The one thing everybody in America right now today, with the death of Charlie Kirk, the one thing they need to fear is retaliation.
Listen to The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 101.7 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about four walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your family's tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
Injured at work, unable to work due to health problems, or denied veteran benefits you're entitled to? Last year, Tayback Law returned over $73 million in wrongfully denied VA and Social Security benefits to people in our communities. Tayback Law celebrates Black History Month by bringing its message to 101.7 The Truth. The team is thrilled to see Milwaukee achieve this exciting new outlet for speaking truth to power. And Tayback Law is always ready to fight for you. Call Tayback for the payback. TaybackAttorneys.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
A penny saved earns you a whole new look. Nicovani's penny sale is on now. Buy one item at the regular price and get a second item for just 1 penny. Suits, shirts, and more for mere pocket change. In honor of Black History Month, Nicovani's is offering this incredible deal throughout February. So don't miss your chance to step out sharp for 1 measly penny. Visit Nicovani's on the 2nd floor of Mayfair Mall before February ends. Nicovani's penny sale. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, great morning. Welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. I'm the legendary Homer Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
Talking about, should you have to be proficient to get your CDL license? I kind of feel the same way about Ubers. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't got some of those translator glasses or the little device you hold your phone, you don't know what the hell they saying, and then they telling you they don't understand what you're saying. Will, what's your thoughts? What's your truth?
I agree on the Uber thing. There's got to be a little more like regulations, and because I mean, this person could take you anywhere, right?
Right.
Like you don't know what's going on.
Right. And to add to it, a lot of them smell. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's the people, but it's something.
Homer trying to get us banned.
No, I'm just saying there's something in there. That
listen, man, it's the curry food. It's the food.
Oh, that's
I've
what
asked
it is.
one of them before. What is it?
Okay.
It's the food. They eat so much of the curry it comes out of their pores. And I don't want to sound racist or something like that, but that does happen a lot.
Okay.
So it isn't a matter that they're not wearing deodorant or something like that.
And that's why I would like with the
you ever
Fresh
been around
Prince.
somebody that eats salami all the time and they just smell like salami?
Yeah.
Like
You are what you eat.
Yeah. You sweating it out your pores.
Well, some of us, I ain't going to go there.
Listen.
We got Alan.
Listen, brother.
On Truth Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. What's your truth as it relates to the CDLs, and do you think that should be they should be proficient in English in order to get their CDLs? Because that's the mandate that is being put down now.
Good morning, Homer. Good morning, gang.
Great morning.
Good morning, bro.
Hey, I agree with that, man. I've been a truck driver for like over 20 years now, bro, and man, I've seen it all. You got a lot of these small truck driving schools who get these grants from their states. Like, I do a lot of traveling back and forth from Milwaukee to Chicago. I'm a local truck driver, and I come across a lot of them, man. And some of them classes, and they teach the CDL training in their language instead of English, just in order for them, to get their CDLs, just to get that money from the state. As far as like the crashes and stuff like that, man, just going back and forth from 94 throughout Illinois, man, it's a lot of them, man, that can't. I mean, even when they go check in to some of these places, making deliveries and pickups, you could barely understand them. But here's the thing. It's not so much the people from the Middle East. I mean, it's a lot of them from Middle Eastern countries that can't speak. But majority of them is from Europe, like from Serbia,
right?
And, those European countries. Oh man, they cannot speak a lick of English. I have to sometimes say, what is it? Like they'll say, can you tell me how to, this and this and this? And sometimes I can't understand you. I don't know what you're saying. I done seen some man crash into buildings and overturn their trucks. And I agree with the man. I think it's a danger. It's a hazard. I have no problems with that, bro. But a lot of them come from those European countries, not so much like the Latinos, the Middle Eastern, it's the Europeans from Serbia and those countries from over there.
I agree.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, Alan.
And he gave us inside information.
That's
He's
right.
a truck driver.
With him,
and so I didn't even think. I guess my mind was a little racist right then. I'm just thinking Latino drivers, but
no.
And Middle Eastern, but you think those Europeans come over and they drive a lot of trucks, and they are the preferred immigrant of today's time. I wonder if they are going to enforce this across the board, and that's the only thing. When they put stuff up like this, when they pull over the Europeans, are they going to check to make sure they can speak English, or are they just going to be pulling over Latino people and checking to make sure,
right,
checking to make sure that they can speak English?
Absolutely.
Well, I just, I saw you driving by, Jose, and I was just checking to see if, and then they have a conversation with them, and then they find out this person can't speak English. Now they can invoke this law that you don't know English. But if it's just a white European person who looked like a regular white person, are you still going to pull that person over and check?
Because they should.
They should. Are you still going to check to make sure that this person is adhering to this new rule that you set forth?
Yeah. And again, I think it's definitely important. And as somebody had said, RC Creation Muse, if we go anywhere else, man, like, we got to deal with what they say. Nope, you got to have this, you got to have that.
Yeah.
And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that.
I don't. If you're driving in that situation and you're, because that can be life or death. If like the brother was saying, in some situations, you're driving a truck and it says, reduce speed, and you can't read reduce speed to whatever it is, then you are putting other people's lives in danger. And as simple as that may sound, that's very, because if what I have in my mind when I'm thinking about it, when I'm talking about it, I'm thinking about like driving through Nashville, and when you go through Tennessee and it's the mountains, and they got signs all up, reduce speed, do this, do that, sharp curve coming. But if you don't know English and you're just seeing all of these signs, what are you reading? What are you seeing? Are you just recognizing the symbols of the signs or what it is?
Right.
That's not enough. I want you to be able to know sharp curve coming, because I could be driving with my family through Nashville.
Absolutely.
And you don't know English and something happens. So, I wasn't even thinking about Europeans. He put us on game real quick.
Yep. DB on our Truth Talk text line said, no, they're not. I got pulled over driving a double recently, and they didn't go through any of that. We've got...
I don't think they've enacted it yet. They haven't put it in place, but still.
Right. Yep. Yeah. Absolutely. I believe that we have Millicent on the line, on the Truth Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. Great morning. I love you. I appreciate you. What's your truth?
Good morning. My question is this. So how does that work for the people who are from America? They speak English and they still can't drive and they can't read the signs. Because y'all hitting street lights and knocking them down every day, and they speak English. So I would be very careful about trying to say because they don't speak English they can't drive. Because some of y'all speak English and cannot drive.
Well,
and can't read the signs.
That's a whole nother,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You're
Be very, very careful.
How you pass the test if you're illiterate?
And then there's a bunch of y'all out here who speak English and don't have a license. At least give them the ability. At least say for them. At least they going to get a license. How many of y'all are driving right now with no license? At least if they have an accident, their insurance will cover it. You driving with no license, no registration, and no insurance. Come on, y'all. Come on. Don't make it speaking English is important because a lot of y'all speak English and can't drive.
We understand what you're saying, but that's a whole nother can of worms.
Mm-hmm.
I think coming to this country and you want to drive CDL, you should at least learn the word you need to know.
Absolutely.
Stop. Go.
Right.
Turn. Reduce speed. You should at least know that.
Yeah. And I think that's what the testing part is all about. Again, if you can't, then you shouldn't pass the test. You know what I'm saying? So for the ones that you're speaking of.
So how do you pass the written test unless the written test is in Spanish? Like they said in California, they got 20 different languages that they put the test in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get that.
Right.
But there should be a portion where you have to.
That's right.
You need to know this. This you need to know in English. Stop, go, reduce speed.
Absolutely.
Sharp turn.
Absolutely.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, we got to go to the
You should know.
Talk text lines. We got Al MKE. Al MKE, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You hear the conversation on the proficiency, being able to know English and understand all of the traffic signs and all those things. What's your truth?
You know what? I could agree to a degree, but also considering those 580,000 undocumented Europeans they have over here, and I know there was one just a couple of months ago who was an undocumented European driving truck, and they said next to sugar honey iced tea about it. But I think they should have something, or just require people to be bilingual, because if people want to get down and dirty, the Mexicans can say, well, if you come to our restaurant, you should know Spanish if you really want to get down and dirty about it. I just think right now they're just using this to push that racism, because a lot of them truck driving companies are owned by white people, and they was not screaming all that when they was making them all the millions of dollars. But see, they didn't got their money off on the top, so now they want to F on everybody on the bottom. But the only reason they say that because they didn't put their whole hand in people's asses, and they got their money now, so they want to get on the wagon wheel. And kudos to Miller Sign, because I seen somebody almost run up in the cemetery last night in a red Equinox, and I was cheering, run up in that cemetery, because it's our open enrollment, so I know exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah, I got you. Thank you, Al MKE. Love you, man. I appreciate you.
That was right. And you should be. I just assumed, they was already doing that. I didn't know you didn't have to know English.
Right.
That's different. You don't have to know. Okay, listen. You got to pass the test to be a driver, right?
Right.
So you have to know something. But I didn't know the test was being administered in the language of your choice. They don't have, the stop sign don't have 6 different languages.
Right.
Come on, man. That seems like common sense to me.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll come back to talk more about this. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. The Truth will be black.
I walk on the shoulders of giants who have come before me.
I am grateful for those who changed yesterday.
But I live in today.
And I pledge I will help shape tomorrow.
Milwaukee College Prep Scholars honor Black History Month not just during February, but each and every day they walk through the door, preparing for a better life for themselves and the world around them. Enroll your scholar at MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
We have Sunday matinee basketball on The Truth. Tune in this Sunday afternoon as the Milwaukee Panthers complete their 2-game road trip in Michigan as they take on the Oakland University Golden Grizzlies.
Dorsey is a drive and a kick for the Chandler Jackson 3 money from the corner pocket.
Scott Warris has the coverage Sunday starting at 1:30 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 2 o'clock.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
We've got delays on eastbound 94 starting just east of Barker Road all the way to Moreland. More delays then just past 84th Street all the way past almost to Hawley Road, and again coming out of the stadium. Westbound backed up from 27th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. And then we still have delays on 4394 heading northbound coming out of the Plainfield curve up past Oklahoma Avenue. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy, breezy, a high of 26 tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 19. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, welcome Black. You're listening to the legendary Home of Blow along with my brother,
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
Shout out to our girl, Bailey Coleman.
Shout out, Bailey.
Shout out to Will, who's holding it down. And that should be a good thing that they are now enforcing it because, like you, I thought that it was something that they already enforced as well. But they didn't. And so when I saw the article, I'm like, what?
And again, I don't want to sound like...
Just how they doing it? You know.
I don't want to sound like a redneck or nothing, but like, you know, this is America. We speak American. We speak American over here. I don't want to sound like that, but come on, man. I'm not going to be printing up 20 different languages of a driving test. I'm not going to do that. Learn English enough to pass the driving test. You know what I'm saying? And that should be sufficient. You know what I mean? Because when you go to other countries... And anybody that has traveled overseas, ain't none of them signs in English. They don't got it. It's all in Spanish,
right?
Or whatever that is. And if you don't know some Spanish, you're gonna be messed up. That's why I'm saying, for those that have never been to another outside of the country, when you go and you see that, now just imagine that was English and you were here. You don't know where you going or what that's saying or what it's doing or what. You don't know none of that. So it can cause issues. I get that. So, you know, broken clock is right twice a day.
That part. So, yeah. Get it together. ICE detention centers they are popping up. They are now. Let's talk about that. ICE has begun to purchase a lot of warehouses. And some owners, though, now that they're seeing what's happening with a lot of the ICE situations, and they'd agreed to sell their buildings to ICE to use as detention facilities or whatnot. But now a lot of those people that own those buildings are blacking out of the sales. And I understand why, in my opinion. There are more than 20 towns with large warehouses that have become stealth targets for immigration and customs enforcement's $45 billion expansion of detention centers. So they're spending $45 billion for the expansion of detention centers. And some communities complain that ICE isn't telling them anything until after it has purchased the space for thousands of detainees. In some cases, warehouse owners are refusing to sell. A look at some of the locations, local officials were told nothing before ICE purchased a 418,000 square foot, 38,833 square meter warehouse in the Phoenix suburb of Surprise for $70 million. The state's top prosecutor, Chris Mays, said in a letter to Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, documents later provided by ICE said the Department of Homeland Security estimates it will spend $150 million retrofitting the facility into a 1,500-bed processing site. A TV reporter in Orlando spotted private contractors and federal officials last month touring a 439,945 square foot industrial warehouse. ICE senior advisor David Ventrula told a WFTF reporter that the tour was exploratory. Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer said in a statement that the city hasn't been contacted by the federal government and that it has no legal options to stop a possible ICE facility. In Georgia, ICE bought a massive warehouse in Social Circle for $128.6 million. The city said it has been informed that the facility is expected to house from 7,500 to 10,000 detainees and will be constructed using a modular design so that capacity can be scaled.
How many detainees it is?
Bruh, 7,500 to 10,000. That's why I thought, I'm like, yeah, we got to bring this up. And it will be constructed using a modular design so that capacity can be scaled up or down as needed. So as if 10,000 wouldn't be enough. They can go up from 10,000 or they could go down if necessary. Plans are in the works to convert a warehouse in Oakwood into an ICE processing facility. Republican U.S. Representative Andrew Clyde said in a statement, although no deed has been filed, City Manager B.R. White said his first inkling that a deal was imminent came when a warehouse supervisor told a city inspector that he'd been instructed to clear the job site to make way for the new owners, the federal government. Not just in Hammond Bears, but Indiana, after the town of Maryville raised concerns about ICE touring a new 275,000 square foot warehouse. Owner Opus Holding LLC sent a letter stating it isn't negotiating with federal officials for the property. The letter said Opus was limited in what it could share because of legal issues. And it just goes on to talk about these other places that these centers in, so I'll just read them, but they pretty much talk the same language. Maryland, Michigan, Minnesota, you get what I'm saying? Mississippi, Missouri, New Hampshire. And yeah, we can put that map up. New Jersey, New York.
They all over.
Texas, yeah, everywhere.
There's one here.
Yeah,
That's out west that they're talking about.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Buyer's remorse. It was all good and gravy before you learned out that what ICE was, what they had planned. Because I'm sure a lot of these contracts was entered into last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, before they started doing what they were doing.
Yep.
A lot of these contracts before even, you know, Trump was inaugurated. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They started doing what they were doing. And now you have, listen, you got what the Trump and them have been doing with ICE, and who wants that?
Right.
Who wants to lease their building to that?
Mm-hmm.
Or who wants their building? Because you leasing this building, so now it's gonna. Who wants the likelihood that? Not saying that this could happen. If somebody sets it on fire, somebody does something. You're housing 10,000 people in your building, and they just got a lease. 10,000 people are gonna tear your building up.
And I don't think that it will be the accommodations. I don't think they're going to be up to par. Let's just say that.
Listen. Let's just go. Let's just say this happens, right? And let's put it. Let's close our eyes.
Well, they got some of the buildings already.
Yeah, they already got some of them. They already working with
some of them. Yeah, some of them trying to black out now.
Let's just close our eyes. Let's go back to 1943. Let's go to Germany. Let's go to one of those buildings where they had the concentration camps and all of this stuff. Would you want to be the owner of that building that they leased for a concentration camp? Because that's essentially what you're signing up for.
Absolutely.
Do you want to be the owner of a concentration camp? All money ain't good money. And that's what. But see, greed runs us so much.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. But let's look at the numbers. They're talking about 10,000 people in this detention center.
Yes, sir.
And so they're building. If you look at the map, Will, you got that map? Could you throw that up for me quick? When y'all see this map, they all over the country, right? And if each one of these places, look at this, y'all. And if each one of these places is holding 10,000 people, look at all the existing ones that's already
if you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook Live or X, we got
look at them. They got a couple of them that's pending, and they got a bunch of them that they already purchased. That is millions of people. That is 1 million people at the minimum that they want to put in these detention centers. Let's be 100. Is that okay with y'all? Is that okay to put people in detention centers like that? And why are you putting them in detention centers? Why aren't you just deporting them? If the whole problem was what they were doing, being here illegally, and you want to deport them, why do you need detention centers? You know why? Because it's the Geo Group is making millions and millions and millions. Thank you, Will. Making millions and millions of dollars off of these detention centers. The people that are going to run these detention centers are making millions.
Texas, y'all already in the loop. They it's already purchased. So Texas, they already. If you looked at the map, that was just up. Yeah, y'all already in there.
Yeah,
y'all in there. Let's see.
That's a lot of detention centers, man.
Man, bruh.
If they would have just said prisons, I'd have been like, "Ooh, that's a lot of prisons."
East Coast, y'all in there. Y'all got about 3 of them. That's already.
Look at that. Look at that.
Signed, sealed, delivered. Atlanta, y'all got signed, sealed, and delivered, and y'all got some pending.
Look at that.
And now the rejected ones, you get what I'm saying? We got Chicago, we got Denver. What are some of the parts? Some of them are parts of other states that
look at all of those in California. Look at all of those in. Look at that, man.
And yeah, I'm surprised to see Washington D.C. is not. They turned it down. What a slap in the face of the orange man, huh?
Yeah. Look at all that stuff. Look at that, man. That's crazy, bro. And this one, the one you mentioned had 10,000. They can hold 10,000 people.
Yes, and remember, not only that, it says 7,500 to 10,000 with the option to go up.
Listen,
or bring it down some.
That's slave labor,
man.
If y'all don't understand, and look up the Geo company.
Yes, sir.
I think that's the name of it, the Geo company, and how they are running a lot of these prisons and how the money that they're making off of these prisons is astronomical. They have made the most money this year, more money this year than they made the last 10 or 15 years off of this stuff. So these detention centers is big money. And then they get them in these detention centers, and I've said this before, they make them work for dollars on the day, right? Pennies on the dollar for what we would typically get for that type of work. And then they make them pay $5 to call somebody.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we got to get ready to take care of some bills. The Truth Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. We'll return after this.
We have Sunday matinee basketball on The Truth. Tune in this Sunday afternoon as the Milwaukee Panthers complete their 2-game road trip in Michigan as they take on the Oakland University Golden Grizzlies.
Dorsey is a drive and a kick for the Chandler Jackson 3 money from the corner pocket.
Scott Warris has the coverage Sunday starting at 1:30 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 2 o'clock.
Hi, this is Sherwin Hughes from 101.7 The Truth, and I want to talk to you about something bigger than just buying a house. I'm talking about building a legacy. Owning a home isn't just about 4 walls and a roof. It's about giving your kids a place where memories are made, where birthdays are celebrated, and where they always belong. It's about planting roots, knowing your neighbors, waving from the porch, and being a part of a community that feels like family. If you've been renting and wondering if home ownership is even possible, Axe Housing is here to work with you. An Axe Housing coach will help you create a plan, a budget, and move step by step toward owning a place you can truly call your own. They've already helped over 4,000 families become homeowners, and many are paying less than they were paying for rent. Don't let where you are today stop your family's tomorrow. Start your journey at axehousing.org. That is ACTShousing.org. Your legacy begins at home.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Our children deserve a real chance to make it in life, and a good education is a passport to opportunity. At City Ford Collective, we're working to make sure there's a great Milwaukee school for every Milwaukee family, because more good options lead to better outcomes. And who doesn't want that? Together, we can give every child the foundation they need to thrive, and a stronger future for kids means a stronger future for Milwaukee. To learn more about our mission, visit us at cityfordcollective.org. That's cityfordcollective.org.
Prizes, exclusive experiences, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com. That's truthcontests.com.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Seriously injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Welcome back to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. I'm the legendary Home Blow along with my brother.
MC Dame Elsie in the building.
10,000. With the option to go up in numbers. On the YouTube page, SIP46, great morning, love you, appreciate you. Said free labor also, just watch, which is what Dame had mentioned. Yeah. And we know that that's what it is, because even with our prisons, they making a lot of clothes and furniture. I mean, yeah.
Listen, the GEO Group reported $254 million in net income last year. Y'all know how much of an increase that is on how much they normally make?
What is the increase?
700%.
Damn.
700% increase from 2024 to 2025.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
So I tell y'all a lot of times up here, a lot of the stuff that happens all boiled down to the dollar. Because that's what Trump and them don't care about nothing. They don't have any ideology that extends past getting them bread. And they have used white supremacy as a vehicle to get them in power, and so that they can fleece the government even more. And that's all they doing. Right. That's all they're doing is every opportunity they can to fleece the government, to fleece you as a taxpayer of all your earnings, they are going to do it. They are, for real, Robin Hood, the king of that Robin Hood, whoever it was, the sheriff of Nottingham, whoever it is. You see I've been doing my impersonations today.
Yeah,
the sheriff of Nottingham, whatever it was. That is who they are. So they don't care about none of the white supremacist stuff they kick out here. They don't care about none of the immigration stuff they kick out here. It all boils down to getting people paid. And even look at this, even the tariffs, and this is off topic, but the tariffs that the Supreme Court just shot down and said was illegal, right? And now they may have to pay those companies back that money that paid those tariffs. But a lot of those companies sold their receipts or their rights to those tariffs to Wall Street. They sold them to private companies like you sell, like somebody would sell your debt.
Yep.
Because they need their money now.
Right.
They've already paid all of that. And dealing with, and Trump is like, it's going to take a while setting it up, right? Now, people think, the Supreme Court shot this down. Finally, they're seeing, no, Trump told them to do this.
Yeah.
And so now you got people whose sons run these companies that are close with the Trumps that are about to get paid millions, close to billions, because they gambled and bought all of these tariff taxes from these people. And now the government's going to have to pay them back. So they going to get money off of it.
Yes, sir.
So all of the stuff. So again, it boils down to the dollar. And these detention centers are nothing less than boiling down to the dollar, because they're going to make, they made, what did I say? They made $254 million last year.
Yep.
Now you add in all these other ones. How much they going to make?
All about the money.
Because the government
all about the Benjamins.
The government is buying them, but these GO people are going to run them and administer them and do all of this stuff, because the government doesn't have the capacity to do that.
That's right.
So they're going to make millions.
Yeah.
And that's what it boils down to, y'all. So don't
10,000.
Don't get trapped up into all of this other stuff that they talking about. I don't buy into the white supremacy stuff, even though it's very pertinent and we know he's a racist. But they just use that because they're using that to get money. That's all that is. They're using that to get money. Like, even when white supremacy was done in the South and the KKK was used as a tool for rich businessmen to maintain power and maintain control over black people, because that's how they made money.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So they don't care about them poor white people. They don't care about none of that. All they care about is the money. Thank you.
That part. Man, it's
and 700% increase.
700%, bro.
And that don't sound suspicious. In my Dr. Umar voice, that don't sound suspicious to you.
You've been on one, bro.
I'm on one today.
You're impressions, man.
That don't sound suspicious at all to y'all.
It's a great feeling when you get them impressions sometimes.
I'm on a roll today. It won't be like this Wednesday. But today I'm impersonating Dan. I'm that. That's what I am. But that don't sound suspicious to y'all, that 700% increase?
Let's see. On the True Talk text page, 833-212-1017, a little bit earlier, the Angel Advocate said, I had a no English, Spanish speaking Uber/Lyft driver who made me late for work. He was driving 20 in a 30. I shouted, I'm not going to even do that, bro.
I don't see it.
I am not going to do that, bro. You are not going to jeopardize me by trying to recite what you said. And I get it, but you know what I mean? But I ain't going to do it.
Yeah.
Gabriel, stop.
But you know why they do that, Gabe? It's because they get more money.
You see what he said?
The longer it takes, I can't see it.
Oh, okay.
So it's just on the talk text.
Okay.
I can't see it.
Okay.
But I know Gabe. I know it's something probably ridiculous.
I'll just say Gonzalez.
Yeah, they're gonna go slow, and they're gonna get more money and hustle. Everything boils down to the dollar in America. That's why people that come here love America, because they're like, as long as I'm greedy, I'll be successful. You know what I'm saying? There's no morals to it. It's just like that's why people love coming here, because as long as they got a business plan and they got something that's gonna make some money, somebody's gonna deal with you. You know what I'm saying? Because racism don't matter as long as they getting that money.
Real talk. Before just putting this in wrap-up mode for today's show,
yes.
I definitely want to give some love and shout out to all of the men who stepped forward for the 500 tuxedo event that Brother Andre Lee Ellis does annually. And it was such a great sight to see all of those brothers and to see all of our young brothers that were united with positive role models and being able to be mentored to at the same time. So it was such an inclusive type situation.
And hopefully they had enough people there, because we were talking about it a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah, man.
And needing to get more of the mentors out there. So hopefully that helped, and it pushed them to that goal.
Shout out to Mama Raisin McCullum, Miss D, who they started out over at the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center. So from being upstairs in the auditorium and then moving down to the gymnasium and, doing some workshops and then moving over to 100 Gyms to where the actual dinner ended up taking place. So, and they took a picture right in front of the Fire and Police Academy on Teutonia Avenue, which is really directly across the street from 100 Gyms. Yeah. So it was just a great look. So to everybody who got to see that in action, to see all those brothers marching in together in unity and showing that these young brothers that as a black young man, you are loved, you are appreciated, you are more than what some people may say that you are. And everybody cleaned up well, man. Everybody cleaned up well.
I love it when I see it.
Yeah, so that was. I
love it. Shout out to my brother Muhib who was doing it. He was on
Kwabena. A lot of people, man.
Muhib was up
the
here Friday.
AG.
I just saw he was up here Friday with Tory Lowe. So, but yeah. And like I said, good people always meet where the work need to be done, and we know all these people, right?
That's right.
Because we put ourselves in the crosshairs, and we where the work needs to be done. So you see these people, you know these people, and when you see them doing these things, it's not surprising to you that they do it. Right. And to our conversation earlier, we were talking about where the leaders, who's our big leader that's going to be. No, there's no big leader. It's these people.
Yep,
it's
that part. And that happened at 100 Gyms, the dinner part. But I had to participate later that evening for Courtney Kelly. Shout out to Courtney Kelly celebrating her 50th. She had a Black to the 90s party.
That's what's up.
And, of course, I was your musical conductor. And when I tell you we had fun, I know some people are hurting today. Some people had to soak in some Epsom salt. Some people need to make a massage appointment with Patrice at Calm Wellness.
Me and Courtney go way back. We went to Florida A&M.
Yeah, Muhib, man, he got it in. Man, it was a great time. And we need more events like that. And shout out to Shelly. She was there, you know what I'm saying, Milwaukee's Poet Laureate. So it was a great time, man. So what you got, Dane?
That's it, I guess. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my young brothers at Lowell Elementary School that won their basketball game Saturday.
Congratulations.
They played well. That's it. That's all I got. My niece was here this weekend to see Issa, and so that was beautiful. Yeah, that's it, man. Just love y'all and keep doing the work.
Man, coming up this Saturday, 21st annual Daddy-Daughter Dance. And I've been involved all 21 years. I'm looking forward to it. It's sold out, so don't ask me about tickets. If nobody has told you that they love you today, we want to let you know that we love you. Up next, the award-winning Sherwin Hughes with The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on 101.7 FM. Will, thank you.